Right now, I want to call upon our special guest. He's not new to Regenesys Proverb. Just to give you a sense of who Proverb is, he's a seasoned entertainment professional with over a decade of experience as a host of South African Idols, a co-executive producer, posting over 20 years in television and radio. He's a BBA and a graduate as well as a current MBA candidate. He brings a unique blend of academic excellence and real-world industry experience. Established a successful entertainment business in 2009, recognized as a corporate speaker, influencer, philanthropist, sought after event host and MC. The proven business acumen it speaks for itself. He's part of business and director, board member, skilled in property investment, portfolio management, and he's published a book. I think not the only book, the book of Proverb. I think there's another book, Proverb, that you recently published. Notable accolades include the Hustler of the Year Award 2015, Best of the Year 2019, You Spectacular Award for Favorite TV Presenter 2017, Prism Gold Presidential Award for Media Personality of the Year 2022, and Hope Givers Foundation Legend Award 2024. An ambitious individual with great sense of style and appeal that intrigues brands and consumers to want to associate with. That's Proverb in short, and I want to welcome you, Proverb, to please speak to us this morning.
Thank Dr. Sbongiseni. Can you hear me? And thank you so much for that very kind intro.
Welcome, sir. I can hear and see you. Welcome.
Wonderful. And please allow me to extend my good mornings as well to all of my colleagues, peers, friends that are joining me online as well from across the various corners of the globe. It's indeed a privilege to be getting an opportunity to address you this morning. As Dr. Sbongiseni has correctly said, I am currently and still enjoying my time at Regenesys Business School, currently doing my master's in business administration. And I'll have you know, I've got 2 exams to go, and then it's hopefully in the bag. And God willing, I hope to pursue my DBA with Regenesys. But I started, as Dr. Sbongiseni has mentioned in my profile and very kind introduction, as an entertainer. What suffered was my academic interest. My career was also beginning to take off in television. I started off, as mentioned, on Channel O. Went on to do a stint on Jam Alley, which was another show from back in the day. And then, of course, I went on to Survivor and South African Idols in 2010. The position I held 14 seasons, but I was also co-executive producer there. In that time, I also began to serve on boards and explore a more corporate career, starting with property. Investing in a modest property portfolio, but also serving on boards of Flight Center, as well as on the South African Music Rights Organization. But the most critical point and part of my career was when I decided to actively pursue formal education. So when I engaged with Regenesys Business School, my hopes and desires at the time were to go straight into an MBA. Of course, I was humbled and told that my experience and academic achievements up to that point were not sufficient. So the guidance was I was to begin my academic career from the very beginning and advised to begin with a Bachelor's of Business Administration. This was both daunting, humbling, but it was also so opportune for me to really explore my own potential, number one, but also really open my horizon in terms of what the prospects would then be once I completed. So I embarked on it for 3 years. And I do need to wrap at this point to mention what was most appealing about Regenesys Business School was how they were able to accommodate my schedule, which is very unpredictable, can change at a moment's notice. So I was able to do my studies online the classes were recorded as they were happening live, so that if one was not able to attend, you're able to revisit at a time that is most convenient to you. So for me, it was the flexibility, it was the willingness to accommodate, knowing that we live in the real world. Some of us either work or we have other interests, or we're doing multiple things at any one go to supplement, if not our fees, but also just our livelihoods. So I appreciated the flexibility, how they were able to accommodate me, but also the support. Because as somebody who had not done much studying up until this point, you can imagine it was a little bit of a foreign territory. The techniques were new to me, the sightings and just being able to complete the assignments and the how-tos. So having direct access, to the leadership, the staff and the team and the lecturers, I was able to also enjoy additional support on top of it. And you will not believe it. And I share my results and story proudly, but I not only passed, but really excelled. And you can imagine how this fueled me to want to keep going, and it really just, fueled my desire to continue. So, because the initial dream was always to pursue an MBA, I then used my BBA after completing, of course, my experience in leadership and having served on boards and being able to get letters from the various chairperson of the committees I was on. I was then able to put together a portfolio to motivate, which was then submitted as part of my RPL, which is a recognition of prior learning. So together with all of those various interviews and submissions and even an exam, I was then eligible to finally do my master's. So my master's I started last year, 2024. Again, very life-changing, not only from an academic point of view, but also something very interesting was offered in there, and that was the personal mastery course. And Dr. Spongiseni alluded to it when he spoke of, your EQ being bolstered as well, your PQ, your professional quotient, your SQ, your spiritual quotient, and all the various quotients. And I'll tell you, not only did these sort of open my mind even broader beyond just academics, but also in preparing me to be an empathetic leader. And Dr. Zwongsen, I hope you don't mind if I keep referring to you, but you also alluded to my second book. And I want to tell you, it was inspired by this personal mastery course, which went over and above academic pursuits. So this would then be my second book. It's called To Health With It. It speaks of one's physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, occupational health, the family health, social health, all of which, if you realize, are just different wordings for what was otherwise inspired by my personal mastery development course. So I was then able to sort of think about life holistically, to think about who I am as a person. And that's again the beauty of Regenesys, because it is future proofing us and preparing us for the world of the future, where it's no longer just your academic prowess that'll sort of expose you to opportunities, but it's who you are as a person, who you are as a leader. And I was even more excited to see how they're venturing into the world of artificial intelligence as well, because we all know technology is just reshaping the world, and gone are the days where we can just have our qualification enter the business market. But now we have to prepare for an unpredictable world that comes with so many changes, and Regenesys empowers us accordingly. So I am now in my final year of my Masters of Business Administration, left with 2 exams, and then I will finally have my Masters. And God willing, I genuinely, Dr. Spongiseni, I keep saying this repeatedly, hope to pursue my DBA, which I have now developed the temperament for. I've now got my momentum, and I genuinely want to keep going. And the ends of it all is not because I'm not fulfilled in my entertainment journey, which I genuinely am. I've been doing that for many years. But I also realized how brutal of an industry it is. I'm sure many of you have seen many of our grades coming on social media platforms because they've either reached their sell-by date or they are now out of the market, or there's somebody younger, better, cheaper who can do what you do and replace you. We are incredibly dispensable. So I have decided to empower myself by giving myself something that cannot be taken away from me, something that I can constantly build on and add on, and that is my education. And for me, Regenesys education has been the place where I've been able to thrive, to develop, to become a different person. The way I think, the way I see the world, the way I engage the opportunities that I'm exposed to, how I'm able to pivot, to position myself, to leverage all of these things are the tools that I've benefited and enjoyed as a result of engaging with Regenesys education. So, my good friends, my plea to you is if you want to think differently, if you want to empower yourself, if you want to position yourself better, to leverage the future, to take advantage, to be relevant, to be exportable, then Regenesys education is definitely the place for you. Trust me, the more you sort of get exposed, the more you want to expose others. So this is me saying, I have seen the promised land and I would like to show it to you as well. So trust me when I say embark on this journey with Regenesys education.